For those who remember, Trisha once claimed that she was trans.
I don't like labels. For me, saying I'm transgender was just a thing to say because it's what people want to label me as.
Your assigned sex at birth was female, but in your brain, you feel male. That, to me, meets the classification for a transgender person. And, you know, to me, it doesn't matter if you ever have a surgery. It's not so much if you ever have a surgery. It's about the way you feel.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
In my head, I feel like I'm a transgender female to male, but also like a drag queen. Okay, think of like a drag queen, right? They do like their full glam and everything, but in their day-to-day, they're not. They're very like low-key, whatever. That's kind of me. But if you guys know me in life, I just never wear makeup. And so I've always just kind of related to guys on that level, and I've always just been attracted to guys, but not straight guys. I've always been attracted to gay guys. So that's why I've like always thought I like maybe I'm a gay man.
So you say you're a man. You identify as a man.
I do identify as a man.
Why are you dressed as a female?
It's like my character. It's my job. It's like a drag queen, like man dressed as drag, because I appreciate
You're
art and
drag.
the aesthetic.
You're a man in drag.
That's how I look at it.
Where do you feel like you're a man? Where?
Always inside, like always in my heart. Like I've always been, when I don't want the attention, like when I go out and stuff like that, I've always felt male from a very young age. Like it's not about like not wanting to play with Barbies or wanting to only be with guys and stuff like that. It's not like that at all. It's more of just the energy I feel. Like I get uncomfortable when people, like obviously it's my job, so now I'm like, oh yeah, talk about my tits all you want, but I've always been uncomfortable if people like talked about like me as a female, referred to me as her, like all that stuff like that. It was always uncomfortable. Even as a kid, I remember not wanting to go in like the girls' bathroom, and there's no way to explain it or to describe it to someone who hasn't felt it. Like
She talked about how she struggled with her gender identity frequently, and how she was extremely uncomfortable being referred to in a feminine regard.
In childhood, like the she, her was something that I wanted to escape more than anything. The she, her, bike shorts in gym class, swimsuits at swim time, the way my body developed, it was agony. It was agony to be her, to be she, to be a girl. Like it was, I hated it.
However, throughout the years and even in the time that Trisha spoke about being trans, she frequently referred to herself as a female and frequently spoke of how much she loved not only being one but being raised as one.
Moral of the story, especially when you're a female, and only females understand this, the vulnerability we feel, the unsafeness we feel. It was a surprise for us. It was definitely a surprise, but it was such a good surprise because, like, in theory, I've always wanted like a little daughter, like a little mini me, you know, because, and before, no one even come for me for the gender thing because I'm so over it. Before anyone says anything, I would have my son playing with little dolls too and playing dress up and performing on a stage, okay, whether it was boy or girl. But for me, obviously, I was raised a female, and for the majority of my youth, I really enjoyed being the girly aesthetic. As much as we would love a boy and a girl, because like who doesn't, right? The variety, you know, having two girls is so cool too. I loved having a sister, and like, you know, you obviously are into the same thing, especially when you're that close in age. Like it's pretty cool. What's something you remember enjoying as a little girl that you can't wait to do with your daughter? Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I just love playing dress up. I love playing Barbies.
The body is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm born female, gender, or sex, I guess. And the female body is this powerful thing creating life, and the fact that it knows to build such strong walls to protect the baby is really, really amazing.
Team girl. Yeah, I'm happy with either. Like I said, in my womb lands, I feel like it's a boy, but I'd be so happy for a girl too, obviously. If I'm like being honest, like I would love a little baby girl, you know, like this is a girl. Like I know how to be a girl. A boy's, you know, that would be a little tougher.
Okay, ready for the birth?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So you get up truthful face. You can be like, she's pregnant or she's giving birth to what? Ready?
Excuse me, I'm a woman that's a natural feeder. It's okay if my baby needs milk. So where's Corinna? Bitch, my name's Trisha. I'm a girl too. That's in the vlog.
Someone say
Girls,
don't want flowers for Valentine's Day. We want cows.
Dreaming of it. I just love pasta. I'm a pasta girl.
Ladies, you can add more hips. Ladies, more hips. Only the ladies.
I needed big boobs to look like girlier, you know, just like all this stuff that I thought I needed.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like, we are hormonal girls. We are every sense of girls. They're just like me on steroids. Like, all of us are just like female on steroids. Like, if you think of the girly girls, like, that's what we are. So when you like the person, I'm only speaking from a hetero female experience.
And this small portion of the compilation isn't even the half of it. Trisha very clearly has always identified as a female and has loved doing so.
It looks a little like, I don't know, I look a little boyish. Like, I look like an actual like trucker. I don't mind my short hair, but I miss my extensions. Okay, I'm a little self-conscious about it.
Getting dressed up, I love dressing up for myself.
In fact, she seems to have experienced body dysphoria only when she hasn't looked feminine enough.
I didn't know what you like at the time.
I'm a girl. I don't want a photo of water. It's fine though. I go by she and her, and it's fine.
I don't know if this is quite the outfit I should be wearing to a party with my short hair tonight. That might be a little too androgynous for my taste. It's also because I have short hair. I feel like it's making me look extra masculine. I feel like I'm slowly turning into a boy. And when I say that, I'm saying that very loosely. I don't actually hate my face. I think I'm a pretty girl for the most part. I don't think I'm like perfect or 10 out of 10, but I think I'm a pretty girl. I'm happy with what I look like. It could be disrespectful to the relationship as like I'm a female and you know, and yeah, I'm a girl. So I'm just a lot funnier because I got the boobs. We got a Kia. We got a silver Kia SUV looking type thing. Okay, it's a woman. Women tend to not eat that much. Unless you're me. I don't know how much Drake Bell costs. I think he's more expensive than me. And he gave me 10 seconds in a hey man. Trisha's a very like girl name. And even if it was gender neutral, why did he go with man? Or is that just how dudes talk? Hey man.
Shout out Victoria's Secret. I know we hate Victoria's Secret because they don't like plus size girls like myself. Now I'm a freaking girl who's 30, well, 29-year-old girl.
She makes it very, very clear that she's a woman, that she's a girl. Only when in drama or when she's vying for attention does she say the opposite.
I'm kind of confused because you said you're trans. I don't know.
I'm a guy. I'm fine with having a penis. A clit is just an inverted penis. That's totally fine to say. I wasn't offended.
We got that. Empowered female.
Male. But I prefer being identified as a male.
Like women who have gone through trauma.
First of all, offensive to call me a woman.
Oh.
Just kidding. You can call me whatever you want. Okay. Again, I don't know how that was sexual because I'm a girl, because I'm a female. Because why not? Oh, a nickname for this user? Is it supposed to be me or... Okay, a nickname. So we'll just do like Gerard Ways by... Wait, how do I do capital? X. No. Too many. Gerard Way X? No, I don't want to be Gerard Way. I don't want to take his name. Gerard Girl. Gerard Girl? I'm a lost girl. I'm 30. I'm going to be 32 in May, and I'm a lost girl. I'm a lost girl. Dang, why are people so weird? Especially females. I know every gender gets like harassed and stuff, but like, why are females getting harassed all the time? Because we're by ourselves. I shouldn't have to be scared as a female to walk by myself, but I am. Like I said, this is coming from a woman scorn. Like, I've totally been there, so I totally get it. I like cooking you breakfast. That's my favorite thing. Every Sunday I like to cook breakfast.
It's good breakfast.
It's very easy. It's very eggs. But you eat it all and it makes me so happy.
Because it's good.
Really?
I told you already, I wouldn't touch it otherwise.
Oh my god, that's my favorite thing. I feel like such a a girl, such a woman. That's me cooking.
It's so beautiful.
I love my hair. That's what I'm gonna get. Well, when I get my extensions, I'm gonna have them like that. I just really am over my short hair. Like, I've been saying this for a while, but finally, Desi got back to me and I'm like, oh, got my extensions ordered, so.
Well, that's good.
I feel much better. I feel so like a boy with my, not that there's anything wrong with being a boy, but. And it's so funny because that's like literally what you feel at 9 years old. You think like Justin Bieber's gonna fall in love with you and stuff at a concert, and then you look back and you're like, ooh, what? being a little kid.
Funny, only girls have that.
Really? You think so? No. I wonder why that is.
Only girls have that idea of like, I'm gonna go to a show and the lead performer is gonna fall in love with me.
Wow, I wonder why that is.
Men
you might
don't
be right.
have that. Like
What is that? That's weird. You're right.
Men don't go to a show thinking, oh my god, whoever this singer, performer, she's gonna see me in the audience and fall in love with me.
That is so weird. What is the psychology behind that? That's...
I'm afraid to say.
Well, same. I know, because you're on. I never thought about that. Like, I totally agree with you on that. And I'm like, okay, tell me. It's fine. I don't, like, I won't take offense. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm so secure with this. I literally don't take offense to anything you say anymore.
No, not personal to you. Like in general to women.
Okay, well, now you really gotta say it. I used to be so horny and I just wanted to, like, have sex with everybody. And it's like, that definitely that decreases over time. Well, for me anyways.
She seems incredibly comfortable with identifying as female, and incredibly uncomfortable identifying or looking male. Yet she also seems to think that gender is a game to be played, where you can switch yours personally every hour on the hour depending on how you feel.
I like they, them. I love that the whole internet, I said this before, like this new wave of people can really like understand and grasp it and get it, but there's still a whole wave of people who can't. And even myself, like, it's hard for me to like explain it to people in my real life, like my family and just like people who've like known me. Like it's really hard for me to explain it. And you know, some people are really adamant that they can only go by they, them, and I understand that completely because it triggers me sometimes when people call me she, her. It does trigger me, but it's something that I'm not so adamant about just yet, like correcting my family or correcting people who've known me for a while, or people who just don't keep up with me or whatever. I totally understand that. And I also just want to address, like, in no way am I saying non-binary for attention. I've struggled with gender my entire life. It's very, very personal to me when I'm being genderfied. Gentrification, isn't that, like, I don't know if that's the right term, gendered. Some days it can be so triggering, the she, her, and not recently, but like maybe even like, I don't know. It's triggering for a lot of reasons because the she, her has such a, and I didn't really realize this, but with my it's like going a lot. With what I went through in childhood, sorry, I'm like literally developing like a stutter now. In childhood, like the she, her was something that I wanted to escape more than anything. The she, her. You can be gender fluid, you can be no gender. Your gender could switch even hour to hour.
She talks about how triggering it can be to be identified as a female, but constantly identifies herself as one in her everyday life. Never once uttering that she's a male.
Let me lay on it. Just so you guys get it. I mean, I'm like a big girl. You know what I mean? I'm like 225 now.
Sometimes I feel like I may never be able to have children or give Moses a child. Oh, God. I don't know. We've been trying, and I feel like less of like a woman because I can't get pregnant.
If she doesn't identify as a woman, why would she be so devastated by feeling less like one if she never identified as one?
I just kiss sometimes and my lips look like huge, or are they?
I thought girls want to have big lips.
Even on her wedding day, she was referred to as a woman, with no qualms about it.
Moses, do you take this woman to be a lawfully wedded wife, to live together in holy matrimony, and to keep yourself only unto her for as long as you both shall live?
It not happening, and then you just start thinking as a natural born female who can carry children. Christmas edition, I was obsessed with this doll when I was a kid, and the accuracy is honestly amazing. I just always wanted to be Kirsten. I always wanted to be her. I love the result, so I do it because I'm a girl. I mean, it's comfy. I just look like a boy, but you know, I'm such a girl. I love getting glam. This is literally such an unflattering outfit. Like, I look like such a tomboy. Anyways, but to John's credit, he was very attentive. Like, I need someone like that. Like, I was gonna throw shade. I'm not gonna throw shade. I need someone like that, but like, you know, more into girls.
You don't have any straws, do you?
Yeah, I'm a girl, hello. I feel like I can talk about this stuff because I'm so past it in a sense. I mean, I still get giddy and excited about it, but like, I thought, like, in my heart of hearts, I would move to LA, Quentin Tarantino would meet me and be like, oh, I want to marry this girl. And because I dreamt that Jason gave me a small engagement ring, but I still said yes, and he didn't film it or anything or didn't make a big deal out of it. We were just at dinner, and he's like, do you want to marry me? And then he had like a small little like band, and I was like, yeah.
What's wrong with a small little band?
It was like, there was like not even a rock on it. It was like a band, basically. It was just like a silver.
Why is that important, the size of the rock? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's like the one thing every girl like wants.
I don't know. I don't think you'd be as big of a star if you were a man.
I think I'd be bigger, actually.
I don't think so.
I think I would.
No way.
Yeah.
Not on YouTube.
100%.
100% not.
Yeah.
If you were a man, you think you'd be
the way I look?
bigger on YouTube?
If I was a man with how I look now.
And you were a really good looking male?
No, like I'm me, but I'm a man, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I have a penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying that when you started on YouTube, I guess it's a stupid conversation, you can't really compare, but I don't think so.
I think I would. I mean, this looks a mess, but I kind of don't mind it. Yeah, I don't look like I am put together at all, but I feel together, and I guess that's the most important thing. So, this is a girl with no style. I get 55 minutes of workout in, which is good for your girl.
Well, at least they went for guys. They didn't go for me. That was good. That was nice. They didn't cut the ladies out of it.
He said,
I will screen them though, because I'm a female, and I feel like with peace and love, your interns are not the best at screening people. One last thing, and then we can wrap it up. But how much would it take for us to have a wrestling match?
It's too much.
Like Andy Kaufman style. No, like Andy Kaufman wrestled women.
It's too much like touching and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, even if someone sent me news like a guy to a girl, like it's just like, ew.
Women who choose not to have, or who either choose or can't have children feel less of a woman because they can't or because they won't have children. Like, you know, I think that's really empowering too. When women say stuff like that, like, because I haven't had children doesn't mean I'm not a full woman. I got to go with my mom, which was so amazing because she had such a good time too. And we're two girls that rarely get out of our houses, so all my boyfriends would always pump gas for me. I never asked them, but they'd always be like, I'll pump it for you. That's why I want a boyfriend, just so someone can pump my gas. Sounds right. I'm just a little girl. I can't do all this by myself.
The only time Trisha was ever comfortable referring to herself as a male was when she temporarily dressed up as one in costume. Notice she claims to be a boy, now, in costume. Implying she wasn't one before.
Also, I'm a boy now.
Any other time that she thought she looked like one casually, she clearly experienced dysphoria and felt uncomfortable. Which is the exact opposite of what she claimed before about preferring to look the least feminine as possible.
Oh, there's an egg? There you go. Is there gravy?
The only time she referred to herself as not being a girl was during a moment where she joked about being so bad at applying makeup that she was convinced that she wasn't a girl for that sole reason.
Oh. Okay, like, I'm not a girl. I'm convinced. Did that do anything to my face? This is like so bad over here. I'm like so scared to move around there. This is so funny. I'm like gagging at how awful I am at makeup. I should put the product on, but I'm gonna do that after.
And unlike what she said on the H3 podcast about feeling better when dressed down without makeup, she says the opposite on her own channel.
I have the grossest little hands ever without nails. Ugh. I feel disgusting, but at the same time, I'm like, it's quarantine. Everyone kind of looks gross, but I don't like feeling this way. I don't like looking that way. I'll just put a little bit on my face to cover it. It makes me feel better. I am literally just a girl who had no idea how to do her own makeup. And they're all very like male based, and which is interesting because I consider myself to be like a girl's as far as like people who watch me. I know it's a lot of girls, but I tend to feel like I draw more towards like things. Well, that's not true. I guess I'm just a girl's girl. I'm an equal opportunist when I come to Broadway. Like I said, I really respect the women and the men, and a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say a lot. So more the women, only because I'm a woman. I identify as a male. Like that's how I see myself. That's how I view myself.
My pronouns are they.
Okay.
Don't say girl.
My family.
Huh?
Not bad for a goy.
A goy?
A non-Jew.
I'm a they. Is goy girl. You can say birthday.
I said she's
person.
Here,
you can call me girl, but
here, let's see. You can see.
You can joke about things that are you. So, like, okay, let's say,
I can only talk about myself.
yeah. So you're right. So if you're,
excuse me,
I fat shame him all the time.
well, it's different because you're married, but you're a chubby guy, so you can make fun of a chubby guy. I'm a chubby girl. I can make fun. I have a song called Fat Chicks. I can make fun of like fat girls because I'm a fat girl.
You identify as a man.
I do identify as a man.
Why are you dressed as a female?
It's like my character. It's my job. It's like a drag queen, like man dressed as drag because I appreciate
You're
art and
drag.
the aesthetic.
You're a man in drag.
That's how I look at it. It's like my job, right? Like I show my boobs for a
But you've
living.
always looked like that.
Yeah, because I've always done that. I've been a stripper since I was 15 years old. Like I've always done it.
Don't you see that trans people have a hard time taking that seriously?
Where do you feel like you're a man? Where?
Always inside, like always in my heart. Like I've always been, when I don't want the attention, like when I go out and stuff like that, I've always felt male from a very young age. Like it's not about like not wanting to play with Barbies or wanting to only be with guys and stuff like that. It's not like that at all. It's more of just the energy I feel. Like I get uncomfortable when people, like obviously it's my job, so now I'm like, oh yeah, talk about my tits all you want, but I've always been uncomfortable if people like talked about like me as a female, referred to me as her, like all that stuff like that. It was always uncomfortable. Even as a kid, I remember not wanting to go in like the girls' bathroom. I don't like being even referred to as like female, but I get that's what I look like, and I get that's what my thing has been online.
I guess it's hard to understand. It's a very new territory we're on.
I just don't feel comfortable with being a female because me being a male shouldn't be a big deal. I'm still the same person.
It is a big deal though.
But why?
For a lot of people, it is a big deal because they, unlike you, are uncomfortable with the way they look. So if it was me, for example, I would want to look like male. And to make that transition is very hard, and you get a lot of judgment. So you are lucky that you're okay with your looks, but they are not. And then for you to come out and say I'm transgender, it kind of like cheapens their struggle.
But why? Because it's me. I'm not talking about anyone else. This is my story and my journey and my struggle that I've had my whole life. And it's awful to live as a male like this.
You don't have a problem with being referred to as she.
Right.
And you don't have a problem with how you look. So you don't really have...
I have very many issues. I've had many surgeries.
No, as female.
With the gender.
I do.
And we're talking,
I do.
You're not saying if you're happy with your look.
I'm not. I've changed my look.
I'm not saying that though. That's different. I don't like how I look. That's different.
Okay.
I'm talking about you being okay with looking like a female versus wanting to look like a male.
That's not what I'm saying though. Like my job, YouTube, Patreon, all that stuff is me looking like a female. Do I love it? No. Do I want to look like a male? No, I don't know. I don't know what that entails in the future.
So for most transgender people, it's a lot more crucial fight throughout their life than this.
But I was sober when I made the transgender video. I'm sober now. Okay, what's up, everybody? Hi, I look crazy. I look insane. I'll explain my appearance. I don't know. I'm back to being a girl, like society girl. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what gender I am. I don't know what gender I want to identify. I don't. And that's the truth. Everyone thinks I was like trolling and being funny. I don't know what gender I am. I have a female like parts down below, but like I don't know. Anyways, and I like the attention I get as a girl. Like when I was a boy, I wasn't getting like I liked Quentin Tarantino movies, which is like mainstream, but like I still thought like I like Quentin Tarantino movies. Like I'm so not a girl. You know what I mean? Like I'm so into. So if you guys have any tips for covering better, let a girl know. It's really different for dating, and I know that sounds awful. Like I'm not that girl. It's like I only want to spend time with my boyfriend, but you best believe your girl's going to Sweden soon. Wish there was butterfly clips for my soul and my heart. Just a broken girl. We were watching old videos. I was watching old videos from like 2012 last night. Oh my god.
I was such a different person. I was like, who is that girl?
Swear to the yarmulke.
Do girls wear yarmulkes? Because you look beautiful and I look like a boy. So weird how my eyelids are dark. They've always been like that. Some girls just have that naturally fresh look to their eyes. Not this biatch. So some special occasion, I'm gonna put on some brows, y'all. Your girl's gonna do it. She gonna do it. Because I'm a girl and they think like I make all this money and then I pay for him, like, oh, well, he's just with her for the money. But like when a girl, like if it's a rich guy paying for the girl's lifestyle, like they don't get as much shit. It's kind of stupid, but either way. Moral of the story, especially when you're female, and only females understand this, the vulnerability we feel, the unsafeness we feel. But I cooked him a delicious dinner as I normally do, as a subservient girlfriend would do to her man after a hard day. My mom one day brought home the entire display of all the Disney princesses in the McDonald's because they had a silent raffle for it, and my mom won, and she brought it home, and that was my birthday present. I was so happy. I was like, how did you get this? It came,
that's a good memory.
and it was the display that you could like see when you go into McDonald's, and I was like, oh my god, we have all the princesses.
Power Rangers.
And that was your favorite? Mm-hmm. Were you obsessed with the Power Rangers or something?
Oh yeah, I wanted to be Billy.
That's such a guy. Oh,
She's so worried about not presenting male or feeling male, that she was worried Moses was going to propose to her while she was in costume as a boy, as she says. But we thought her whole point of saying she was male was that she claimed to be in costume as a girl.
At least it wasn't on Hollywood in Sudbury.
Oh god, yeah, no. And that's what I was worried about too, that I was gonna be like a boy like on a music video, and I was like,
no,
okay, let me not be in costume too much. I kinda wanna get the like long ones or something and have it say like, I said yes, like, you know, some like announcement too with the ring. Yes, you're right. Or Mrs. or something, you know, I guess I'm not Mrs. Future Mrs. Like, no, this is kind of everything. I mean, being engaged is kind of everything, not to be that girl, but I don't really have any. You want to see another kitchen tour? It's very messy. I cook now, so there's that. Give a girl a nice kitchen, she's gonna cook for you. And I'm a plus size girl, you know what I mean? Because I actually like really like her, and I really was an asshole, and like I don't know why. Like that's so embarrassing. It's so ugly when girls are like that to other girls.
There you go.
I remember one time,
In summer camp.
no, during intimacy, you squeezed my back. Fat, really. You squeezed my back like the. Yeah, it was like the. Oh, you remember? Oh my god, I was like squeezing out. Ow. That one hurt. I was like, oh my god, just rip me open.
Heat of the moment.
Sometimes I think you think I'm a guy. Babe! Are you embarrassed by me?
No.
Sometimes?
No, you ask me every time and I always say
Poor Moses.
no, I was proud of you.
Yeah?
Most people don't have the balls to go and talk to people they disagree with. And I think especially as a woman to go and sit in that space with men of that type.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But
I love the theme that they just all want to protect her, and I think that's like, that's what every girl wants, is like guys fighting over to watch over you always. I think that's like so sweet. That to me is like the best romance. I'm like, oh, they just want to like look after her. I mean,
how about be a woman that doesn't need to be looked after?
Well, yeah, she didn't need to be. I didn't need to be, but it feels a lot nicer.
Trisha now admits after this whole facade that she isn't trans and never was. In spite of the fact that she defended being so, multiple times, and insisted that she was a man in a woman's body.
At one point I thought, okay, my trans, I was trying to figure it all out. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. Oh, my identity disorder. But it's like, it's been something that's been so true to me for so long. Just like my struggle with gender. Like, I'm not gonna, again, full transparency, you guys know I'm in a different space in my life. Like, I could just say like, yeah, I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry for that. But the thing is, I really struggled from that first video and me having an encounter with a fan at my show. I think it was in Toronto. And their talks about gender identity, I just didn't know. Like, I just didn't know. I was like, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. I don't know. At the end of the day, what I am in my head, I'm a cosplayer, an entertainer. You know, people dress up as Disney characters, Disney princesses, Disney bound. There's drag queens. So I consider myself just to be a cosplayer. You know, the trans thing I can understand. Again, I was very confused. It was a very like weird thing in time for me and people. It was just weird. Anyways, I understand why people were offended, obviously.
She now says that she was just confused at the time, and is ultimately just a cosplayer.